I never asked her for anything.
She's here to help you.
To help me do what? I don't need her. I don't need anyone.
Huh. That Anthony Hopkins, he can act, can't he? I am the Wiz! Alright, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this review, please leave a like at the end of this video. And if you want to watch more, please subscribe. I do 3 reviews a week on this channel. Alright, everybody, I am here to review the 2020 drama The Father, starring Anthony Hopkins and Olivia Colman, directed by Florian Zeller. Memory and time can be a very touchy thing to portray on film. How exactly do you portray that both are being messed with while not confusing an audience so much to bring them frustration? The Father deals with this aspect brilliantly. It plays with time and memory through its main character. The film is set around Anthony, played by Anthony Hopkins. He's an old man who lives in a flat by himself while his daughter Anne, played by Olivia Colman, comes to visit, checking up on him. But that's not really what's happening. Anthony is refusing help from his daughter, Anne, as he starts aging. And Anthony needs tons of help. His reality and memory is starting to unravel. And Anthony doesn't make it easy. His utter reluctance to take help is causing a strain on Anne. The film is mostly set in the mindset of Anthony. That means that a lot of the film is focused on Hopkins and his performance. And when it comes to performances, you gotta love a performance that surprises you. Anthony Hopkins shouldn't be surprising me, though. For over 6 decades now, Anthony Hopkins has been giving great performances in amazing movies and not so amazing movies. And what is stunning is that The Father might have his best performance in his career. Hopkins plays this character beautifully in every aspect, whether it's physically, facially, or emotionally. Through his performance, you can sense everything he is going through, his confusion, his pain, and Hopkins pulls it off seamlessly. At no point did it feel like there was a dramatic flair to his performance. It felt completely natural. And as the film starts to shift what is happening and going on with Anthony, the confusion and fear comes brilliantly through Hopkins. It's a masterclass performance. Now, his performance is crucial. The entire plot is through his eyes, and that means the film gets rather confusing. Yet, Florian Zeller does an excellent job of putting the viewer inside of what's happening to Anthony. First, everything seems subtle. Minor things change that seem innocuous, and there's enough to think that maybe a mistake was made somewhere. But as the film moves forward and gets more upsetting, the unsettling realization of what's really happening hits harder and harder when each revelation comes through. The film plays with genre quite brilliantly. The film is essentially a drama, but it plays itself out as a mystery. Now, many of you can guess what is happening to Anthony in the film. But what the film does is play with exactly what's happening and what is in Anthony's head, or if either are really all that important to really even think about. It plays with these expectations brilliantly. It makes you feel the frustration of what Anthony is going through with sensitivity, while knowing full well what is actually beginning to happen. You just don't know what is happening. And not knowing is the point of the film. It is the brilliant way that Zeller makes you feel what Anthony is going through. Finally, I want to note Olivia Colman's performance. Honestly, if Anthony Hopkins wasn't acting his geriatric butt off in this film, this would have been another showcase performance by Colman. Her performance as Anthony's unappreciated daughter Anne is devastating. You feel horrible for this poor woman for the abuse she is getting from her father while she tries to be understanding of what he's going through. Again, if it wasn't for Anthony Hopkins, we would be talking about her performance. And like many films that I end up loving, I can go on for a while what makes The Father amazing. But Hopkins' performance, as well as Zeller's excellent direction, creates a film that is brilliant on many levels. A few months back, I thought I had my definite #1 film for this year. Now, I am not so sure. Alright, so before we get into my rating, let's see what other people think about this film. Letterboxd users has it at a 4.3 out of 5. This makes it 159 out of the top 250 narrative films on Letterboxd right now. Rotten Tomatoes has us at a score of 98% fresh, and this was nominated for 6 Oscars. It won 2 for Best Actor and Best Adapted Screenplay. This is an easy 4.5 out of 5 for me for The Father. This was an amazing film. I think the writing and direction by Florian Zeller and the writing and his writing partner Christopher Hampton are really good in this movie. It was very important to see through the eyes of the main character what he is going through to understand everything that's going on. And they did a fabulous job showing that. But man, the performance of Anthony Hopkins is so good in in this movie. Honestly, I feel like this might just be his best performance in his career. It is an amazing performance. I really can't think of anything to criticize about this film. I think this was an amazing feature. And it definitely is in the contention of like the top 3 films I've seen this year. An amazing film. So, 4.5 out of 5 stars for The Father. Well, okay, I can figure out one thing I didn't like. This is only on Stars if you want to stream it. I'm not a fan of Stars, but you can always rent it if you really want to. But I really think you should see it if you are interested. So, 4.5 out of 5 for The Father. Alright guys, that is it for this review. Thank you again for watching. See you guys next time.
And I must say, you did quite a little number on her.
I did?
Yes. You convinced her that you knew how to dance and you were really good at tap dancing.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, what did she say?
She said she hoped you'd give her a demonstration one day.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please like it. If you didn't, please subscribe. And if you have questions or comments, go ahead and leave a comment whether you liked it or not. It just helps, you know. If you want my written reviews, you can go onto my letterbox at IamThatWiz, or you can go to my website at IamTheWiz.com. Thank you very much again for watching. See you next time.